Hello there, everyone. In the EDAP397 and the EDTP397 class, this is your Blackboard space, and this is your weekly preview. Every Friday, you'll be receiving from me a preview of what our class will be doing the following week. My name is Stephen Swan. I will be your instructor. I will refer to you from now on as technologists, because that is what we want you to become. We want you to become thinking people about the role of technology in education. So often, technology is seen as the any shining object, and we all go running to it and embrace it and go, ooh, this will change everything. It never does. The thing that we have to realize is that technology is just a tool, and we will be playing with a lot of tools in this class. But the bottom line is we are going to be talking about how it impacts what you do in your classroom. As you can see, we have a new look to Blackboard. Let me close out this window. When you go into Blackboard, you will see it looks like this. And if you click on Courses, it will show you our 585 course. Now, I know some of you are in the EDTP397 course. Don't panic. What we do is I have combined the classes together, and I have to make one of these the parent class, so I made it 585. It's not going to hurt anything. You'll still be given the credit for having taken EDTP 397. So, let's look how this all works. The landing pad takes you to where it talks about if you're going to be doing this class in the online. It explains to you your responsibilities for doing that. The most important thing in this little blurb right here is this. This is my SMS text number. You are never to hesitate to use this. Use this. If you have a question, if you're not going to be able to make it to class, if you're going to be late to class, let me know. There are no penalties for not being in class. There are no penalties for being late to class. The only thing I care about is I want to make sure you're all right. So use this. If you have questions about the class, if something's got you stumped, if you're not sure where something is, use the text number. Students have used it in all of my classes before, and they're always pleasantly surprised how quickly I respond to them. If you try to send me an email, the email ends up in a queue with all the other hundreds of emails I get. If you send me a text, you'll get an answer very, very quickly. Our syllabus is right here. I've cleaned up the syllabus. It now reflects more closely what's going on in the course. If there are any discrepancies between what's in the course modules here in Blackboard and what's in the syllabus, we'll go with what's in the Blackboard. Here we go, course modules. The first thing we're going to do when we get together is I'm going to introduce you to this gentleman, Michael Fullen. He is the author of the book that we will be reading. And when we go in here to the modules, we're going to be crowdsourcing you to put a pin-up note here in our Padlet. Very easy to do. You double-click on it, and you have a note. It's asking that you're going to put in a picture or a video or something that basically describes your idea of technology use in a classroom. We'll do this Monday night. You don't have to do this ahead of time. We will do this Monday night. We'll drop down here, and as you can see, we start the first module, which is the book study of Stratosphere. These are the people that are prominently portrayed in the book, so we get to hear them as well as read about them, because you need to hear their thinking. All Michael does, Dr. Fullen, all he does is sort of reference them. I want you to hear their thoughts. The book is a very, very simple, short, to-the-point kind of book. You won't have any trouble with it. We will be creating infographics where you are going to basically put together your thoughts and your ideas about chapters 2 and 3, which I call the challenge, and chapters 4 and 5, which I call the possibilities. We'll be using a tool called Pictochart that will create the infographic. I've left up some infographics from the last class just so you can take a look at it, so you can get a sense of what it looks like and what we're going to do. And then here are some more infographics that have to do with chapters 4 and 5. The lift for the class is right here. This is Module 2, TPAC, TIM, and UDL. We'll spend a little time talking about the difference between theoretical and conceptual frameworks. You need to understand that. And we will then play with TPAC, TIM, and UDL. TPAC stands for Technological, Pedagogical, and Content Knowledge. We're not using SAMR. I need to fix that. We're going to be using TIM, which is Technology Integration Matrix. We will be looking at Universal Design for Learning, which I have a very, very strong affiliation with. I'm also going to clean up. We do not have this anymore as our wiki. We'll be using something called PBWorks. So this will all be set when I see you Monday night. As you can see, we go through various project-based learning activities here. We'll be building our own wiki using PBWorks. We will then be putting things into that. We will be talking about what is a digital native. There's a lot of misconceptions out there about digital natives, and we need to make sure that we understand that. Again, you'll see this as a reoccurring feature is use of the Padlet. We then will talk about what Mike talks about, Dr. Pullen talks about in his book, Irresistibly Engaging and Assessment. I think these are areas where we can really change, especially now that the district, JCPS, the Archdiocese has gone this route very quickly before JCPS. The rest of the state has gone this route, and as that is through the use of the Google Classroom. So we'll be spending some time in here talking about the Google Classroom and how to create content to put into the Google Classroom. We'll be talking about something that's kind of near and dear to my heart, and that's programming, coding, and game development. As you can see, we'll be looking at it through the lens of something called CodeCar, or we're going to be looking at it through the lens of something called Scratch. And then here's your final. It's all here. No catches, no gotchas, very straightforward. We will meet in room 201G in the ERTC. We are in the fishbowl. That is when you walk into the ERTC and you go to your immediate right. There's a whole wall of windows. That's where our class is. I will have something for you to eat on the table outside the classroom, because it's stupid to expect people to have gone an entire day and then come to a class at 4:30 and then have to sit for another couple of hours and not have something to eat. So I'll take care of you that way. As always, if you need to reach out to me, I am located at 502-457-2937. Use that text number. When you're sending me your first text, if you will please, just put your name in it. Hi, Steve, this is so-and-so. And that way I can create your contact in my phone, and that way when you send me text from then on out, I'll know it's from you, and I won't have to worry about, have I already said this to you or whatever. But if you're having problems, if you're having questions, if you're having issues with getting to class, do not hesitate. We will also be using something called Collaborate Ultra, which is an online way to come into the class. So if for some reason you can't make it to class on Monday night, we'll have it recorded and sitting here. It is located up here where it says recordings. Right now, of course, we don't have any. And that will always be available to you, whether you are a face-to-face student or if you're an online student. This is always available to you. Okay, I think that's all I've got right now. I will see you Monday at 4:30 in 201G.